and gentlemen, I've just on the phone very quickly. Councillor Sentes was delayed a couple of minutes. I think it's probably very important that we start at this point in time. So, Ms. Ingram, at this point in time, I'd like to call a special meeting of council that has been called for this afternoon in order. And if you will give me the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, in May of this year, council considered and adopted a policy that was intended to guide council in its review of the permissive tax exemption applications. It was intended to identify those not-for-profit organizations that were felt to have significant working capital on hand, such that council could consider a reduction in their tax exemption and achieve a partial tax payment. When this came before council on October the 5th, council agreed that those organizations with more than $50,000 plus of working capital would be required to pay a 10% tax that would otherwise have been levied if there were not a tax exemption approved by the council. Since that time, council has received considerable input from a cross-section I'm not sure, I'm more than prepared to give everybody, I would just ask that you allow me to read this. Council has heard your concerns that imposing property taxes at any level on these organizations would cause a hardship and take money away from the good work that these organizations are doing in our community. I have also requested staff to canvass a select number of municipalities to ascertain their policies relative to this matter, and council has received some of that information, and we've received some more today on it. At this point in time, this has caused, and that's not a good word, I will say, I'll retract that part. This has caused council to stop and take a second look at the policy. And based on this reconsideration, council members have indicated to me that they are prepared to change direction and provide the same level of tax exemption in 2010 that was provided as per this past year, which is a 100% tax permissive, 100% of the permissive tax exemption. At this point in time, I'm going to be going to council, but there's one or two other things I need to say. First of all, I want to thank you very much all for coming here today. I know that there's been hardship on some of you to be able to attend today. Your input and your show of support have been greatly appreciated by each and every member of council and also city staff. I also would extend at this point in time Councillor Sentes' apologies for not being here, but she did tell me that she had a meeting, and also Councillor Pierce. Some of you were here on Monday night, heard me trip up on several occasions. This meeting was originally scheduled for Thursday, and Councillor Pierce had told me that he had made arrangements and he would be unable to be here today. So at this point in time, council, I would request a motion that the third reading of the 2009-61 being a permissive tax exempt bylaw be rescinded. Seconded, thank you. Seconded, thank thirded. Councillor Robertson, hear that? Discussion on this, we've had lots of it. We've had an awful lot of it. So at this point in time, I would like to call the vote on the motion that at third reading of bylaw 2009-61 being a permissive tax exempt bylaw be rescinded. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried unanimously.
What do you think about what went down here tonight?
I'm very glad that they made the decision they did, that they finally come to their senses, and it's much appreciated.
My name is Ken Davis, and I live in Penticton.
And what do you think of the what went on today?
I think that this was a very, very sound decision on behalf of the City Council. The people of the community of Penticton were very, very concerned about this bylaw, and I believe that they are leaving today happy and willing to look forward to a positive information from the City of Penticton.